sisters singing sweet harmony. Now two are here, still planting good seed. Jackie and Gail, yeah, they're walking in light, sharing their stories, keeping hearts bright, talking about life and faith and real love, sending out hope from the one above. When they speak, you can feel what's true, 'cause they've lived it all, and they'll walk with you. Jackie and Gail, just love, just real. Two voices of grace that help you heal.
Welcome back to our Raw podcast. I'm Jackie H, your host, and I have here my co-host Gail Barron, the judge. Girl, how you doing?
Well.
Well, okay. As we told them the last time, we coming from two locations. She's working, and I'm on the spot, but we're gonna do this. How was your day?
My day was great. It was great.
Okay, all right. Well, you know we got a special guest in the house. You're not here to pick at him, but I'm going to carry it on. I'm think he's glad that you're not here because you don't spare him no justice. But
No,
we got one of Philly's finest here with us again, as we tell you that we got a lot in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to be proud of, and we have been fortunate and blessed to have met a lot of people that I don't know how we met them, but God is good. So I'm not even going to try to worry about how we met this brother, but I'm going to bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in here none other than Mr. Tim Adams. Tim, welcome
God
to
bless
the
you.
Raw
God bless
podcast.
you.
Thank you for gracing us, my friend. I don't know what to say right now because I'm honored to have such talent and quality and a man of God sitting with us.
Amen.
How's you doing today? How you
Oh,
doing?
great,
You
great.
doing?
Thank
How's the
God.
family?
Family's good. Thank
Oh,
God for seeing the new
oh,
year, 2026.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes,
Gail,
yes.
say Happy New Year. Nothing else.
You've been nice.
Happy New Year, Tim.
Yeah, I received that.
Yeah, we're gonna travel back. How exactly did we come to meet Tim? Do you remember? Because I do.
I don't know if we have the same story, but
Okay. Let me see if your story's the same.
my recollection of how we met Tim, I think it was before, was it 2011 when we had the coming out concert? I don't know if it was before then, but I knew that a great friend of mine was telling us that we ought to meet this guitar player.
Mhm.
And from there, I don't know how we hooked up, but it's been a blessing.
Yeah, it was in October. We was going to have a coming out program,
Mhm.
and we was trying to assemble musicians together. And her
Yeah.
friend said, "I have someone for y'all.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard of Tim Adams?" No, I haven't heard of Tim Adams. Well, he said, have you heard of the Williams sisters?" Yeah, I know the Williams sisters. I heard of them, but well, he's a guitar player for the Williams sisters. And from that day,
Yeah.
that he introduced us up until 2026,
Yeah.
we have not had a bad moment.
No.
You
Not at all.
are truly a man of God. You know, there's some
Thank you.
people you meet and they have the talent. You
Mhm.
know, this is raw. This is our raw part. That's how we address. But there's some people you meet that really live them.
Yeah.
Really is classy. Really a gentleman. And from me
Yeah.
to you, I thank you for that
Yes.
because
Yeah.
everyone is not
Yeah.
swinging.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have lived up to every moment of
Amen.
being a man of God, and I appreciate that. Gil, what about you?
I plead
Okay.
the fifth.
She said she pleaded the fifth. But Tim, we're gonna ask you some questions. I got some questions for you just to get to know you. We've been around you for, it's like you say, since 2011. There's sometimes you could be around people and you mingle and tingle, but you never really know the person.
hmm
And so we're getting to really know how people got started with, different things about them. So what I want to ask you, was you always raised in church, or what was your beginnings like from 10 to 15? Was you a church goer, or
Oh, good question. Oh, yes.
because I
Good
find that's
question.
the years that people
Yeah.
come into their own,
No, my dad, Bishop Adams from Lynchburg, Virginia. Yeah. So I was always in the church. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so that's my whole upcoming and upbringing in the church. So I was, I did my thing, but
Yeah, well,
still raised in the
we
church.
all have. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it an interest then with music, or
Yeah. And always,
so
it
always been
always, yeah,
interest?
it's
So how
always.
did that get started? Like was that your dad playing something
Well, my
instrument?
dad was playing. He was, how that was, Bishop, and he was had his guitar,
So your dad played
and
too?
yeah, his
Wow.
dad, yeah. And they had a gospel group, and the gospel group was the Gospel Doves from back in the day, and he was their guitar player.
Okay.
So yeah, and
So you was watching them and everything, or
yeah,
okay.
watching them and got a chance to try to be a part of that.
So Gail, look at this. It's always the humble beginnings of our parents with us in church, and then someone takes it on.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stories where people was raised in church of life and they don't want no more parts of it. Like, I'm
Mhm.
done. And I remember you saying to us that you chose gospel
Yeah.
out of everything. And I'm gonna let y'all hear some clips of him playing so you'll know what I'm saying, because you can go to any genre you want.
Mhm.
What made you stick with mainly with
Well,
gospel?
that's a good question. The fear of God, and that's one thing because when you raised up under the sound doctrine and been in church all your life, it just become second nature. That I need to be in here, even though I had the opportunity to play because of wedding bands, I did that, but still my heart was here, in the gospel, and I just I, out of place
Okay.
when I was in those arenas.
Yeah. And sometimes I know I hear people say, well, the money is over there. You can't make that much in gospel, but I think you're changing the tune to that,
Yeah,
because we're gonna get into what you're doing on the road and
yeah.
stuff. But why do you think at an early age that people thought that there was no money or there was nothing? They chose to be paid over keeping their allegiance to
Well,
God.
you did have people had that concept,
Yeah,
but for me,
for you.
I would say for me, it wasn't so much of uh, it was the conviction for me. That's what was for me, the conviction. But I hear many people is money over here, and which that's true.
Yeah.
They was telling me what they was getting paid. I was like, oh man, that sounds good. Well, I'm gonna give you a plug in so you can be part of that. And then when I got into that arena, I didn't. The conviction was different. So like, no, same.
Gail, conviction, the way we was raised. This is what we hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
You hear people, my dad say, he sung all his life and he saw things, and he didn't want us to get entangled.
Mm-hmm.
But if you raise a child right, if you have those convictions,
Mm-hmm.
you can send them out.
Yeah.
They'll keep. There's a lot of people who lost the faith and did, but the Bible say if you train them up in the
Train
ways you
up
go.
them. That's it.
Yeah. So I understand the conviction and sticking the same.
Mm-hmm.
It could be money everywhere else or whatever that is, but God will bless you
That's
when you
it.
say so.
That's it.
Yeah. So I can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, just think I just asked you that part. How did you get started? So you playing behind your father.
Mm-hmm.
So was your mother a part of
The
the
music
the
ministry
music
or
or
music.
anything that either?
No, she was just behind me. She was
Okay,
just, son, I'm with you. Whatever you do, I'm with you. She
okay,
was my cheerleader.
So after you stayed in church with them, or did they have a problem with you going out to do what you wanted to do, even in the music field? Like some people, since you play for your church, you got to stay with your church. But did you get their backing and their uh, push behind you to whatever you want to do, as long as you stayed, or was it they
No,
want you to stay here?
they want you to stay into the church, but it's your
Okay.
choice. But we'd rather for you to stay here. You get blessed. You go out there, anything can happen, but in here is safety. That's their approach.
So how did you leave?
Well, I mean, with me,
Don't tell me you was hard
no, I wasn't
headed.
hard headed. No, but the opportunities. So it was like I just let me try, and but because of when you be raised and when God have a hook in your jaw, you can go but so far. And I felt the conviction of, okay, I can go, but then I need to come back. And that's that. It was like I was on a short leash, if that's making any sense. A very short leash, a leash that's go but 3 feet. My leash was like 2 feet. I'd be wanting to pull up, but I'm like, nah, I got it. A leash, and that spiritual leash that was on me. That's what put me to this point in time right here today.
Okay. Yo, you have anything you want to interject right now, or she laughing? So I know that means. All right.
I'm a
Yo,
man.
okay. Tim, when did okay? Did you have hobbies and stuff like you like to do besides playing music? Did you like basketball? It
Yeah,
was it?
football, tennis.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm very, very sport. I was really into the sports. Yeah,
okay,
basketball, football, primarily football. That was my
football.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So was it a hole in the church you was raised in?
yeah,
So did you have do's and don'ts? Like
yeah. The do's and don'ts. Yeah,
okay, so is that I think that was mainly what all of us was
yeah,
raised in. Is
yeah.
okay,
The do's
you
and
could
don'ts.
tell like yeah, is the training is that
Hmm.
fear of God,
Yeah,
reverence of God that
yeah.
okay, Gail. So he was raised in church, Gail. Okay, stop playing. So for you all who I keep on calling her name because we have a lot of fun with Tim.
Yeah,
He has fun with us, and so we appreciate him. So it's just the love and
yeah.
the friendship that we gathered over the years. And I met your wife.
Hmm.
We was talking about the best of one of the best that come out of Philadelphia, Davis singers, Angelic Singer, the Dixie
Hmm.
Hummerberg, and then you have the Williams sisters, and you have many
Mm.
more.
Yeah.
But we met them. We couldn't. Okay, and growing up, we couldn't go to a lot of concerts and stuff. So there's a lot of groups I heard of, but I never seen them in person.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got a chance to see them, oh, oh
Yes.
my God.
Next level. Yeah.
I think my dad would have been proud. We didn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go to with us to nothing. But I think he could have looked at a group that stood
Yeah.
for
He would have
hope.
gave you permission to
He would have
go.
gave us
Yeah.
permission.
Yeah.
How did you meet your wife? Like how did you come to play
Oh
for
my
them?
goodness. Met
You've been
met
married over 40 years.
46 years.
Ooh,
This year here will be
God
July the
bless.
7th will be 47.
That's hey.
And met my story from meeting my wife, my dad, Bishop Adams, back in the day. He was preaching up here on 25th and Jefferson at Bishop Ledbetter's church. It was
Okay.
a Pentecostal holiness church. And my dad, every time he came to Philadelphia, because he was living in Virginia at the time,
Virginia. Okay.
yeah. And every time he come to Philly, he always called me to play guitar.
Okay.
And I humbled him up. I come.
Okay.
And just this particular Sunday when he came, he said, "Damn, boy, I need you to come in there." I said, "All right, Daddy, I'm there." So got there, and Elder Williams and the sisters, my wife and all of them before she was my wife, the whole family was there.
Now, Elder Wim is your
My
father-in-law.
father-in-law,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
he was there. He was attending that church, and that's when
Okay.
I met them.
Oh, okay.
And when I came there, I said, "Oh man, they got some young people here." And young people draws young
Yeah.
people because I
Yes.
know I've been there
Mhm.
before. It wasn't a lot of young people. And when I saw them, then I saw James, which is the brother. He playing bass, and I saw the girls singing. I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "All right, this is gonna be nice." And that's how we got started.
Okay.
And that's and is the story of me. getting married to my wife was when I first walked through the door, and this is Elder Williams' testimony. When I first walked through the door of the church,
Mhm.
he saw me. I wasn't even saved. I wasn't, I had other things on my mind. You know what I
Okay.
mean? He saw me, and he told Mother Williams, Terry Williams, his wife. He said, "Now, that's the kind of man I would want. I want Janice to marry."
Now, what
Yeah,
did he see? Like
he
you
saw
just
in the spirit. He saw.
Tell me. I want to hear this.
Yeah, he saw it. He saw it. He said, that's, he said, now that's the type of man I would want Jan to marry. Yeah. And I ain't had, I'm a kid. I ain't, so this is something that he saw in the future that
okay.
he's seen
So
that
you're a
he,
teenager?
yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
was a teenager,
Teenager. Okay.
and because I got married when I was 18, 17, 17.
You
Yeah,
got
Wow.
married when
yeah, yeah.
oh,
And so, but I knew them 2 years prior to me getting married.
okay.
So yes, so yeah, it was that young. Yeah,
Wow,
it
wow.
was that young. Yeah,
And he's still going strong today.
yeah,
40 something years and
yeah.
still what
46
look
to
at
be
God.
correct.
Look what
Yeah,
God would do.
yeah.
So when you can testify and see that God kept his promise to you
Yes.
because you yielded to him
Hmm.
for the reason. So he blessed your life, he blessed you also. God's still blessing
Yes,
people.
he is. Yes,
So
he is.
you have to know that you're on the winning side.
That's it. That's it.
Those of you who are looking to get married and that God will pick them out for you that
That's
it'll
it.
last. So you
Don't
just
lean to your own
yeah.
understanding.
So even as a young person, put God first and he will bless you. So somebody could even look at you and say, that person is who I want for my wife or my child's husband or the wife, it vice versa, you'll
Yeah,
see it.
that's it.
So
You'll see it, and
yeah.
God will reveal it to you.
Okay.
And
Gail?
it's not old fashioned. It's not
No,
old
no, it's
fashioned.
not. No, it's
It's
not.
not old fashioned. That's
I take that any
yeah,
day that
yeah.
way. Yeah. Yeah, you got anything that you want to interject right now? I'm gonna keep on going with my questions.
Keep on going with your questions.
So Tim, how did you get started with producing music and having your own coming into your own company? How did you know that you wanted to take it to that from a musician point and then wanted to go into
Good.
doing that? How did
That's a
that get
good
started?
question. For the years that the Williams sisters, because at this point, fast forwarding to the time we now, I'm involved with the Williams sisters musically, and we had different managers, and you know how that rolls.
Yeah,
You get the managers. We didn't have no real solid manager. We had those
yeah.
shake your hand managers type thing.
Okay,
Those type guys back then. And I just saw a lot of foul play of how they was handling business. And I always, one thing about me, I always have this thrive in me about I'm a go getter, and
okay.
that's how my mom is, how she was, and my dad is. We, go getters.
Yeah.
And I always be like, man, I see how it was handling business and how things was done. I was like, no, this ain't supposed to go like this,
Mhm.
and how they take the money and all that stuff. You don't get paid, and they
Yeah,
got paid the whole nine.
yeah.
And I said, look, I was like, you know what? I need to find out how this works. And from that started something inside me. Then one of my friends, his name is Fred Cooper. He was the road manager for Boys and Men for 10 years. And him, we all was real good buddies. Me, Fred Cooper, Rick Williams. You probably
Yes,
Rick
yes.
Williams.
Hmm.
All of us was same from that same
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Okay.
We all grew up together musically. And Fred Cooper was one of the ones that I always admired and
Okay.
saw him because at that point he was at 16 years old. He was playing for the Winans, you
Wow.
know, and I was like, man. And then I knew he knew the business, and I started getting up under his wings,
Okay.
and he started educating me. He told me as time went on, he said, Tim, I'm going to show you how this business works. And he's taken this ingenuity from playing for Boys to Men and
Right.
contracting stuff. He sat down and talked with me. And I said, you know what? And I went over his house like, man, I was under his wings for like at least 4 years, 3, 4 years, every day, going over his house. He's educated me. He told me to give me the books. He got he had a whole bookshelf full of books and things the things you need to know about this business. He said, Tim, I'm gonna educate you so you'll know what to look for in a manager, know how this whole thing works. And it just went from one thing. I said, so how can I become? He said, I'm gonna teach you how to be a producer. I'm gonna show you how to become a writer. I'm gonna show you how to get your studio. I'm like, wow,
Wow.
and so this is where all this came under one umbrella, and he did that for me. And once that happened, it was like never look back. And he did it because normally to sit down with him, you will be paying like $300 an hour. His fees like $3 an hour. And because me and him was real good, but he said, Tim, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna teach you the things you need.
Well, it goes back to God's favor.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
It goes back to when you do the first things first, God will look out for you.
That's it.
That's
That's
a
it.
lookout, $300 an hour, and you get it all because
But
you're almost 20
over 3 years,
3 years.
it just friendship.
Highly blessed, highly favored by God. What are some of the things that
Wait a
you
minute. Did he say he's a writer too?
Yes, yes. And so I signed up with BMI as a writer and a producer, and I have my own studio, and I'm pretty sure you all remember that because we did
Yeah.
some project with you guys
I-
and music and everything
Yes.
produced. So yeah.
So let me go back to this sitting up under someone.
Hmm.
That was the blessing for us because when you came, we've been singing, but when you came, you all implemented order. This is how if you're gonna go on the road, this is that. Educating us even while we ride to places. Watch out for your money. Watch it. How important for the young people or anyone to listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to do stuff on our own, and okay. But what was it like to sit up under the feet and engage somebody trying to give you something?
Hmm.
But there's a lot of people, young people now, you're trying to give them something. They don't even want to, they just want to do their way. What can you speak to that of taking in what
Hmm.
God gives you?
Well,
Somebody gonna
yeah.
give you something.
Hmm.
Okay, take the time. You might have to come after school. You
That's
might
it.
have to shut some of your stuff
That's it.
down. Here's a blessing right in front of you. What are you gonna do?
That's the same principle. If I was to say, "Hey, Jackie, I have $1,000 for you. Come over my house right now.
Mhm.
Stop what you're doing and come and get this." I have no questions asked. Here, I want to bless you. I have $1,000. Now watch this. It's not going to take no thought. Look, even if you don't have, watch this, transportation. But guess what you're going to do? You're going to press your way to get to where you got to go because it's a blessing waiting for you. Jackie, if you can get here, I have this money right at the door, right for you to pick it up. You ain't going to second guess that. You're not going to question that. You're going to like, what? Yeah, okay, get here. My car broke down, but guess what? You're going to let me call a cab or
You'll
Uber. I'm gonna
find a
do this.
way.
It's called a press in your spirit. Now, what a lot of young people don't have is what they have, what I call a press in their spirit. If you don't have that perseverance, that's the word I'm looking for. Perseverance. If you don't persevere, you won't get nowhere.
And a lot of them want instant gratification.
Yeah, they want an instant.
You say 3, 4 years. You done made way over 1,000. I'll rush to go get the $1,000, but I won't stay there to get what would make me keep making thousands.
That's it.
What
That's it. That's
that's
it.
what I heard
That's it.
him say, his drive.
The driving him.
Yeah.
His drive and that his interest and passion, that's what made him be a go-getter. A
Hmm.
lot of times we have these gifts, but we don't have substance. And what I
Yeah.
mean by that, the character part, is just saying that your gift will take you to the lights, but your character will keep you in the basement. And you need that that go-getter. You need all those building blocks to be able to stand, or you won't last long.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I hope we got some young people looking and watching this today. You can have what you want and God can bless you.
Hmm.
But sometimes you can't look for instant gratification. You got to put some time in. And you have people who's willing to walk the road with you and show you. And you
Hmm.
have to be willing to sit at the feet.
That's
You
Yeah.
have
it.
to be willing to spend some time. It might not come when you want it. You might not see it in 6 months or whatever you're looking for instant. But just look at this. This gentleman said he's been playing ever since he was a teenager or younger, and
Hmm.
he's done what 40 years in marriage over, and he's still doing, and God is
Yes.
still blessing. What we're going to talk about now, brother Tim? You got to just tell us some of these people that you have played for.
Ah, yes.
I mean, the blessings keep coming, and you keep getting introduced to people, and the word of mouth is being passed.
Yes.
This is the blessing. It's just keep on coming. It doesn't matter. Your blessing and your name is mentioned in places that you not even haven't even stepped your foot in yet.
Yes. Yes.
Let's talk to how where you can sit,
Hmm.
what stages you can be on,
Hmm.
what platform, and how you even got there.
Yeah. Well,
You were
that's
just telling me a story earlier of just word of mouth. Somebody said, "Come on," and then you wind up on this stage. This
that's it. That's it. Word of mouth. And it's all about the person's uh how would I want to say the right word for it. It got to be the person's uh personality. Let's start with that. Now, if I have an arrogant personality and I don't want to be bothered, I think I'm all that as a guitar player, and I don't.
with your
You won't
talent.
get that. Yeah, and I call that popping your collar. When you got musicians that pop their collar, think, well, no, I have arrived. Guess what? You just become a legend in your own mind. And when you're a legend in your own mind, that's as far as you're going to go. But the ones that's humble, those are the ones that open up the platform and they'll see, yo, man, hey, this person need a guitar player because they already know your personality. And here's another key thing: you got to know your music. You got to study your music. They know you're on time. All this is a factor in becoming a musician, not just an instrument player. And let me break this down right quick. It's a difference in an instrument player and a musician that plays instrument. Two different, total different
Okay,
words.
let's break it
A
down.
person that plays an instrument, that's all they know. But a musician that plays an instrument, he's the one that's going to get the engagements. He's going to be the one that's going to do the touring because he's a. When you say musician, that means, and it goes back to your question, uh, that means he's disciplined, he's humble, he's you can tell him anything. He's submissive. He's going to be on time. He come prepared. He comes when it's time to work. He comes with the right proper stuff. He's not sitting there with crappy equipment. He come with the best equipment. All that plays a part. You're not going to hire a mechanic if he just got a little toolbox. No, not even toolbox. Tools that he carried in
Working
his.
on the street up under the
No,
car, don't
but
even.
but look how he carry them. He got them in his pocket. He just pull out. Yeah, I'm gonna go take out your engine. No, I
Yeah,
don't want that. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's the same equivalent. So it calls discipline, it calls for character, it calls for precision, precise, accuracy, study your music, come on time, come prepared. And when you do that, people respect that. And that's all it takes is one person to find that out. And that goes back to when I said earlier, when I got the opportunity to play secular because they knew who Tim Adams was. He come prepared. Hey man, hey, I can't do this. Can you do this for me? I got a thing for
You'll
you.
be even recommended
Yeah,
because they know your
that's
character.
it.
Yeah.
Because you know your character.
One thing me and Gail always have said about you and Brian, a- another musician, we didn't have to worry.
Mm-mm.
We have been places or had things where we don't. You talking about time? You kept saying time. Come with your stuff. There's musicians we had to find the amplifier for 'em, we had to find the sticks.
No,
Gail, am I?
no.
I'm talking about the burden that's lifted off even the artist
Yeah.
when you know you're gonna have someone
Yeah.
on time there before you get there,
Yeah. Yeah.
prepared.
Prepare.
That is key,
That's
man.
key. That's it. Yeah.
I ain't heard you play a lick, but you here
Yeah.
and you got your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, now we take a chance and you can play.
Yeah.
That's
That
that's
speaks
that's that's
volume.
a that's
That's
a
volume.
lot. That's a lot. So I'm thankful that you said that because they don't know the pressure you put on artists and people when you're
Mhm.
unsure. We
Yeah.
got to worry about. First of all, you don't even have. I'm not saying everybody have to have a car, but you knew you didn't have a car.
Yeah.
Well, what is the preparation you want to make to
That's
get
it.
there?
That's it.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
and it's
And you as the artist, it becomes burdensome because you be like, oh my God, where's the drummer?
we next we got to
Where,
go and try to
where,
find.
where,
Oh, man.
where the musician? Where the
Mm.
musician? And you sitting there like a chicken with your head cut off, running around trying to figure out. Now you're trying to figure out if you should try, Johnny over
It,
here that never played with you before because it's gonna look unprofessional
been there,
that
and
you get
done
on the
that.
drums and he don't know nothing and you like, oh my God,
We sung for over 10 years before we met you and Brian Lomez. Shout out to Brian Lomez. Till we had others. Rudy Ronald had to give him his props. But we never had to. When y'all came, we thought we still was looking. I
Mhm.
mean, because that's what we was used for. I
Yeah.
wonder if they're gonna be when y'all call and say, where y'all at? We at the church.
Yeah.
It it was because we show up late because
Yeah.
we knew we were gonna get called, but
Yeah.
we knew the musician wasn't gonna be there.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
started, and that was something we was taught on time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So now you're making me mess up our character.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's it.
So I kudos.
Yeah.
That is important,
Yeah,
even for the person that hired you.
yeah, that's it.
That's and then you keep getting called back.
Mhm. And that
You-
goes back to I would just great say you keep getting called back. That's called the word of mouth. Because somebody say, hey man, I need a guitar player, I need a bass player. Oh, I know somebody, oh yeah, because you already know. And it becomes like this,
Yeah.
a domino effect, and each time go higher and higher,
Yeah. So Gil, he gonna tell us the stages that he stood on. I
Ah,
just want to
yeah.
hear some of them.
Yeah.
I know
I'm gonna
you
make
got
it
a book.
short. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking with you, Chuck.
Yeah.
But you have been blessed to
Yeah.
stand on some stage, and people look at okay, maybe people ain't interested in stages, but it's important because you all play for anyone. What I'm
Mhm.
saying, you're not big headed.
No.
There's some who make it to the top and they forget the people
Yeah.
down here. But no matter what stage you stand on, you're
Mhm.
still humble. But that comes from your character. They
That's
don't
it.
have nothing to do how far you go up.
Mhm.
You still tempt us.
That's it. That's
And
it.
I see some of this stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
But when we call on you, if you ain't busy, you still come play.
That's it. That's
So
it. That's it.
tell us about some of these people.
Even
One of
if
the
it's across the lot, you still come.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
He
One of
plays
the
in nursing homes
yeah,
and everything. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna let him talk about the big stuff because he will come to the small
Yeah.
things.
One of the key stages is the Kimball Center. I remember I always used to ride by there and always looked at it and never was able to go in there because I just saw it, I was like, oh, man, I would like to get in there. And lo and behold, that was one of the big stages. Matter of fact, let me turn back back a little bit further. Go back to the Academy of Music. I'll go back there. I'll start
And
there.
if anybody not from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, these are some
These
big
are the
venues,
major,
major venues.
yeah. These are these venues are like the Motown venues. And when you say Academy of Music, that's like elite. When you say Kimball Center, playing for the Kimball Center Soulful Christmas Orchestra, that's elite.
Right.
You got to be like,
Yeah.
not just anybody, but it's the favor of God that allowed me to be on the platforms. When you're stepping into an arena of 5,000 and you just see and playing your music and playing for all the artists. Matter of fact, the last artist we just did on December the 9th, that was Hezekiah Walker. He was headlining. And I've been
Look him
playing.
up on YouTube. Look up
Yeah.
Tim Adams on YouTube. You see
Yeah,
him.
you'll see
I
it.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can, and I've been playing on that orchestra for 8 years. This made
Wow.
8 years,
Yeah.
you know, and not stopping there, going back to the Wawa of America. Pull that up. You can
Yeah.
see that. I played on that orchestra. So it's the same band, you
Right.
know, with
Mhm.
Austin Woodland. He's the music director for that.
Mhm.
And, you know, and it's just an honor when I sit and play with these, you know, top shelf musicians,
Yeah.
Austin Woodland, Steve Hackley,
Yeah.
Rakim Harris, and that's Rudy's nephew.
Mhm.
And these are some real main
Main.
players. And if you when you hear my single, those are the same guys that played on my
Yes.
recording, you know, because that's like the production band that we're part of. But the thing is, it's just those just a few of the stages, and for TV networking, I played for Ted Shuttlesworth, and before I started with him, it was Jonathan Shuttlesworth with the Festival of Life. It was with Daystar TV Network, and that's right. We're on that now. I've been playing for that like 13 years now. Um, so it's just a blessing to be from doing television production, and it's all about being at the right place at the right time. Can God do it? Yes, He can.
Yeah. But it goes back to your humble beginnings.
That's it.
I truly believe that. Maybe people don't believe in that, but the character, the being on time, the choosing God over whatever else, He will open doors.
Yeah, He will open doors.
He
Yeah,
will open doors because nobody can tell you that you was raised in Philadelphia,
yeah.
a kid from Philadelphia,
Hmm.
and this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But those are the stories.
Actually, Chester. I was born right here.
Okay, he's right in
Yeah,
Chester. So,
right here.
so that's
That's
the
Crozier.
that's the favor of God, favor of
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Um,
And I would say also that, you know, God said, if you be faithful over a few things,
yes,
I'll make you ruler over many.
yeah, yeah,
And that's one of my things. That's one of my, that's what I live by. And even when I kind of thought about when you said he even played at the nursing home because he did it with us before, you know, and with me, when I can be there for you all, no venue is too big or too small because it's just a stepping stone to my next blessing.
but you play and you act just like you in front of 5,000.
Yes.
Like some people come over, let me just get this over, get this. It's the character, attitude is just totally.
Yeah.
It's just it's a blessing.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a blessing because for her to minister, for Gil to minister, that you God send you what you need with
Mhm.
ministry minded people.
That's it. That's
Love
it.
His people. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter if they sitting in a nursing home or if they at the Kimmel Center.
That's it.
It's God's.
It's
It's your
God's
gift
people.
that you're
That's
playing
it.
to God. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? So that's the way we was raised.
That's it.
Wherever you at,
That's it.
you just play. It ain't because it's two people sitting here. I'm going to give you shit. No, 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 no,
Mm-mm.
no. That's your gift to God.
That's it.
So
That's it.
I'm saying it, y'all. Y'all won't be laughing, but I'm saying
Yeah.
we met a jewel. Okay,
Ah.
and I'm not saying it because Tim's sitting here. We've all you displayed who you are.
Amen.
Trust me, I had some that display who they are.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had in our gospel group, we had a lot came through us
Yeah. I can
that
imagine.
displayed with who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. I can
And
only
you
imagine.
you claim in the name of Jesus. You talk about gospel. I had a chance and an opportunity to play for a famous gospel group.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have known it.
Mm-hmm.
Gospel was nowhere written to the point that the people who was giving it knew not to put alcohol in our home because we are a
Mm-hmm.
gospel group.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know some of the guys in the gospel group wouldn't ask for the alcohol?
No.
I kid you not. I'm saying you displayed what you. How if the world know that you don't do this, and you go act? He said, the promoter was saying, "I'm sorry, I just thought because you."
Yeah. That's
He was lost to even trying to
yeah. That's
explain this.
bringing God to an open shame.
So when I tell you guys that this guy lives who
Yes.
he's never slipped up,
Yeah.
and I pray that we
Mm-mm.
never slipped up.
No. Nope.
He always call us women of God. I hope that's
That's
what it
it.
means because my father and mother would be turning over in the grave right now to
Yeah.
know that we out here doing something else different.
Yeah.
Now, did we have our moments when we tried it. We
Mhm.
tried it, but we had one year when the Lord told us no more contaminated worship,
Wow.
no more contaminated.
Wow.
Because you
Indeed.
can sing the gospel and it don't even be about it.
Yeah.
Your
That's
life
it.
is something else different.
That's it. That's it.
So what God is blessing us
Mm-hmm.
is because of the same testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Look to Him. Be honest to Him. Be real to Him.
Mm-hmm.
We stood on stages. We just have a handicap right now. But for the stage that we stood on, it was nothing but God.
Wow.
But
That's
it
it.
was because of faithfulness. It
That's
because
it.
of being on time. We got. I don't know if Tim was Tim with us. I'm not sure if you went to Miami with us, but there was people who run rings around us singing
Mm-hmm.
much better. But we was on a showcase,
Showcase.
and because they went over time, you kept
Mm.
speaking about time.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them us 5 minutes. Or I don't know what the time was, but they got happy and they sung past the time. They should have been on the main stage that night, but we got there because
Wow.
time. You was talking about character.
Yep.
You don't know how God gonna open the door because it don't mean that you all that imperfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But those things it does
That's
matter.
it. That's it.
And
Perfection.
I
That's
want
it.
to ask one more question, Gil. Case you got something, Gil? Go ahead. Because I wanted to ask him how do he balance ministry and family life?
Oh, that's a good question.
You,
How I do that is because in the ministry, first and foremost, because I've been preaching for about as long as I've been saved and
wait, wait,
as
wait,
long as
wait,
I've
wait,
been
wait,
You say
married.
wait.
preaching?
So
Back it up, back
yeah,
it up.
so
You're a preacher too, Tim?
yes, 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 yes,
Are you serious?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you knew that? Or is this me in the dark?
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't
You
know that.
didn't? Wait. How long you been preaching?
I've been preaching about like 25 years
This is
full
why
time in the
the
gospel.
Lord got us sitting down talking to people because we've been around this man for since 2011. I never knew he preached.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Tim.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, making sense. Elder or like do you have what
Minister.
minister?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right, I'm taking back right now. I'm gonna take him back right now because I didn't know it.
Hmm.
I knew you was a minister of music. I could see your I could see it. I could see you being a minister.
Hmm.
You ever heard him preach?
No.
Wow. Because sometimes she know things because I don't get out a
Yeah.
lot. Then all
Hmm.
they go around. Oh wow. Oh wow. So you just go from like when you called upon or
Yeah. At our church,
okay.
because every third Sunday we have Men's Day, and I preach even the third
Wow.
Sunday of just
Okay. That's
the
a
week.
quiet
Yeah.
secret. Word. That's
Yeah.
a quiet secret.
Yeah.
Did it to me.
And
Mm. Oh, okay. All right. No problem. Okay.
but to answer your question, how do I balance
Yeah.
it with the wife and the family is
Yeah.
because the fact, first and foremost, the wife, she's a singer
Yes.
and she
And a good
understands
one.
music,
Yeah.
and she
Mm-hmm.
understands me in the music ministry, as
Mm-hmm.
long even with me preaching. So with the music and how I balance it out. So when I'm called out to preach or whatever, she's with me, or if I'm called out to play music somewhere, and this is another important thing. I don't pick the play to go any place. That's one of the important things. I don't just go if someone call me. I'm very conscientious of who I play for, or even if I'm preaching at a church or if I'm going, I take it before the Lord. That's
Okay.
what I do. I like Paul say, know them that labor among you. I'm swift to hear and slow to speak. I tune in. I just don't make no quick decision. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go. Hey man, I need you to preach for me over at this church. Okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta tune in,
Okay.
Lord, because every church is not of God. You have a lot of churches at the Church of Ichabod where the Spirit of the Lord had departed, and it's kind of hard to get into when you're talking gospel into those venues like that. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
even down to the music, if someone want me to play, I had many opportunities to play, and the pay was nice,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I can't compromise, and then uh, because I offer my gift back to God, and I say, Lord, this gift is your gift,
Mm-hmm.
and wherever you want me to go, I'll go. And God always be opening up the doors. So
Mm-hmm.
if I missed a service that was paying $500 to $800
Mm-hmm.
just for an hour, you know, God opened up another door, and here I go. I have
Um,
tour dates that's weighed over that
Right.
versus that one.
Right.
So it's just the thought of, and that's what musicians and would have to think about. Don't look at the monies. You got to think one thing about me when I always did, and I offered my gift back to God. I say, Lord, let me have that. I prayed for that impartation of David, the
so
rest
you're a
upon me,
minister.
that I'll be that minstrel, and that's something I pray for, that anointings,
Okay.
because that's what breaks the yoke. That's what destroys the yoke, and I say, Lord, give me that. And with that being said, that'll have you tuned in, Lord, if I should play or what I should do this.
Yeah.
And this is how I balance out, sticking to the question so I won't get off from it. How do I balance out with the wife and family and everything, because my son is it's just me and my wife home, because we
Okay.
got that big beautiful house the Lord blessed us with. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
you know,
So all your children grown.
yeah,
He
yeah,
done made it.
yeah.
Tim, I think this ties into the same question, but I'm speaking it to those who are in ministry with their mates or
Hmm.
whatever they do, and you seem to not respect them or recognize them or give them the honor. Like you said, I don't take nothing unless I run it by. How important is that,
Oh,
even with God putting the ministry in y'all lap, that you confer with each other?
yeah, that's very important.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah, so because to some people, what I'm going, I don't care what she say, what she
No,
do. No, if
no,
you want a happy home and you want God to bless the home, it's respect is due.
respect.
Let's
That's it.
let's talk about it and see.
That's exactly right.
Okay,
I just don't make no decisions. I always let the wife know what's going on with your thoughts.
yeah,
And it was one time I was going to go and play for this church, and she said, I don't know, Tim, I don't know. 'Cause, they got some, she had some doubts about it. And I said, well, okay, well, I just called it. I'm not going to be able to do it.
so she's still your cover.
That's it.
You're covering each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because if it's something, so a lot of times, if it's something I don't see, she may see it, and vice versa. And that's very important. You know.
And I'm gonna speak to this. I'm gonna let you go because we appreciate. Do you have anything that you want to interject? Because as he's talking, it's just feeding me because um you can't do what you want to do when you're chosen. You you
Uh-huh.
you 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 yielded to God. Uh, you can say something, Gail, because I just forgot what I was
So,
going to ask him. Something when he
so
was
it's one word that he did use that really hit home. He said you can't compromise.
That's it.
wow, yeah,
So
That's
you
it.
you got to be true to the game. Either you're going to do it all the way or don't do it at all, because you
Hmm.
can't. And one thing he kept saying, he turned his gift back over to God,
That's it.
and God makes the way. If we acknowledge Him in all our ways, He will direct
He
our
will
path.
direct you.
So
That's
those
it.
nuggets, even for us, uh, is giving us some wisdom and giving us some thoughts and things to think about, that if we put God first,
put him
Hmm.
first.
He would. There's no limit.
That's it.
And really putting him first,
That's
Yeah,
not
it.
just in it with your lips. He
That's it.
does it with his life.
That's
yeah.
it. That's it.
He's living, and people who meet you can tell. You can tell.
You can tell. Yeah, yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
And
It-
that's one thing I ask God to, that I may be transparent. And a lot of people use that word. You hear that a lot of the time, but I use that in a spiritual sense, that when a person see me, that there's no hidden agenda. You know what I'm saying? And Paul said that you should know them by the fruit they bear. And we are like fruit inspectors, and we should be able to pick off your fruit and see, oh yeah, she's lovable. Oh man, she got a hidden agenda. You see what I mean?
yeah.
You should be able to see that. And so I wear, my spiritual garment loosely, so people can see, that there's no hidden agenda behind Tim Adams. You
And
know.
let me say to those there is temptation, there is things out there. And this is what I would speak on, what I thought that my question. Those things, because okay, let me speak to us. There was men for us. It's temptation. It's things. They come up to you because you're just a singer. They come up to you because you're a guitar player. Like they infatuated with musicians and things. How? Well, you done told us half of it. How do you keep straight? There's some people fall. They know they married when they went out on the road. You know that you had a girlfriend when you went, but these things, and you wind up doing something totally different. Speak to the temptation, because some people act like they can't, like you don't understand that there is going to be temptation. It's not like I'm pretty sure. What you holding that guitar, I can just speak to women. Is a we call them groupies. Whatever. They just excited when you walk with them. They haven't even heard you.
Just with a guitar on your back.
How do you? And then you're married, so your wife got to be strong. To even say for 40-something years that I trust him to even go out. And it's what is that, man?
Well, two-part question. Well, the first and foremost is the fear of God.
So
if you don't
really
have the fear of God, you are subject to do anything. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You got to have the fear of God first and foremost. That's the first thing. And if you don't fear God, that's when because you're going to have to give an account for every idle word and every deed you did in your body. So if you know that you shouldn't be doing this and you're in a position that God sees you. And if you don't have the fear of God, that's how the people fall into that. Secondly, on the other part, on the behalf of my wife, I'm not insecure and she's not insecure. And if you love someone, you don't have to worry about that because the love of God, even the scripture says, upon this rock, God said he's going to build his church. And the very gates of hell should not prevail against it. Who God put together, let no man put asunder. And if you can understand what the word of God is saying, and that thing is inside you, is nothing should be able to shake you or make you go in another direction unless you start taking your eyes off God. See, it wasn't when Peter stepped out on the water when he began to sink. It's when he took his eyes off Jesus. That's when he began to sink.
So the key thing is, if you really don't know God or have him, you can't do it without him.
You can't do it without God. You can't. That's the key.
It's a disgrace to be singing gospel. I go back to the group that I was with, singing gospel, and this is your pattern. You're singing about somebody you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't have a relationship with.
No, you don't have it. Yeah.
Gil, I'm getting ready to let him go because he done preach. I don't heard
the preacher was coming up. I just wanted to say, he mentioned earlier about him desiring to be at the Kimmel Center. And then a way was made that he could do it. And he also mentioned, I think it was Academy of Music. I've never been to the Kimmel Center either, but I was able to be on stage at the Academy of Music because that's where I got my diploma from.
Wow. All right now.
No, I graduated from Dobb.
Yeah. You know what? That's a blessing.
Say, at least you stood in the building, huh?
Yeah, you was in there.
Graduation. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God. At least you gonna give us a report. Oh, Lord. Well, that was a step toward it.
Yeah.
But Tim, what could you impart to us before you leave?
Well,
I told him earlier, Gail, before you came on. I told him that we was regrouping. He imparted a lot of wisdom here tonight and a lot about God that is not over for us yet.
No.
So I just want to hear a word from the Lord, from the preacher, that can get us back on track with all the things, the sickness and stuff. I was encouraged to see what's the group name out of Trenton?
The Heavenly Deity.
Yes.
That's my testimony, even if I had to sing from a wheelchair, even if
Yeah.
they don't you don't stop. When
Yeah.
God gives you something, what we're going through an affliction in our body, you don't stop. Even if you had to get some more singers or whatever you got to do,
Hmm.
if it's for you,
It's not over until God says it's
it's
over.
not over. So I just want you to speak to us and anybody that's
Yeah.
online to the keep going part.
Yes.
It ain't over till he says
That's
it's over.
it. That's it.
What,
That's it.
I'll let you have it, and I'm going to play a tape from you, and then we're
And
going to let you go, man.
what I would say is one thing, one passage of scripture. That's St. Matthew 6 and 33. And this is it right here. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you.
I receive it. I receive it. I hope you all receive it. Gail, you receive it?
I do.
Until he says over.
That's it. It's not over until God says so.
And he said that it was word of mouth and that he got many places from his character
The character. That's it.
and loving God.
That's it.
So I say to you all from this podcast, we're sitting here with Tim Adams of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, our number one guitarist. We have experienced many road trips with him,
Yes. Yes.
and he has been the same way from day one we met him up until now. And you can live a life free
Yes, you
from
can.
sin.
That's it.
You can live a life that God would be proud of you and other people would see the God in you.
That's it.
So it, you have examples. We have
Hmm.
examples sitting in front of us. My
That's
dad
it.
was one of our examples. He
Hmm.
didn't want us to go out into the singing world because he saw so much.
Yeah.
But he said, if you go, I'm trusting you. I'm
Hmm.
trusting that what we brought you up in,
Hmm.
that you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think we made him ashamed.
No. No.
Have we always been right? And no. Have we
Mm.
always been perfect? No.
No.
But the love of God,
That's
the
it.
relationship that you have with God will supersede everything.
That's it.
And he kept us going. We haven't been as many places, Tim Gale, but in our older years, we're gonna get there.
You're going to get
Tim,
there.
we had an opportunity to sing in Italy. We had
Hmm.
12 shows over there. We had been to Bahamas several times. I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Because I
places
went
that
to there with Bahamas.
we
Yeah.
wouldn't even believe that God
Yeah.
took us. And He's gonna do it again.
Yes, he'll do it again.
And we just ask God, strengthen our bodies, send us what we need.
Hmm.
And I'm encouraging you to keep going, brother.
Yes.
I'm glad to know you. I'm glad to
Yes.
have met you. Tell your wife we say hello.
Yeah.
Um, every time we see her, she's pleasant.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Sometimes you meet some grumpy people, and
Yeah.
but she have always treated us with respect.
Hmm.
So I could see the union.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. Gil, if you ain't got nothing else, if you don't have nothing else that you're gonna bring home,
Always a pleasure. Always a
yeah.
pleasure.
We pick at Tim a lot,
Yeah.
but he knows it's from love.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play this as we go out. Um, in case some haven't heard. His eyes is on the sparrow. I just wanted to share some of it with you. This who we was blessed to play behind us. Oh God, thank you. Thank you, Lord, for who we was able to meet. Tim, I want to leave with you can people how to lift you up or what your platform you know, you can tell people.
Yeah, you can find me at on my social page, which is Tim dot Adams dot 777. That's Tim dot ADAMS dot 777. And you can inbox me. You see all my work on there, on my social page. That's my Instagram page. And if you have any questions, you can inbox me, and I'll respond back to you. I'm a full-time musician, so have my own studio. So I do vocal coaching, music arrangements. I do all the pertinent things that it's going to take. I sit down, even do workshops and teach people the things they need to know about the music business and how to fill out the forms. And I helped one brother. I'm gonna say this as a testimony. One brother that you all know, he's related to you, and he plays bass. But I'm gonna lead it him, and I helped him out with his recording his single. I educated him, told him how to become a writer and how to do his copyrights, and he got registered as a writer, BIM writer and music ranger. So I helped him out with that, and I educate them. So this is what I do. So I teach people how to do this stuff. You know, if they don't know, you know, because I always look at it like this, because I know I said that to one producer, and he said, "Man, you should charge people for that." I said, "No, no. If I can help somebody, you know, that's all it is. Because I'm not sitting there trying to, no, if I can help you, if I can educate you, I'm going to educate you. Is it going to charge you anything? No, because God got me and He always opened up the door for me. Because if I always look at it like this, if I can help somebody, that's just a stepping stone to my next blessing. Whether they have the knowledge or not, I'll teach you the knowledge. So I send out my information. If you want me to help you in any way, if you got some questions about the music, you can hit me up at tim.adams.777 and inbox me. And, you know, I'll be more than glad to help you.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put all this information. We will be putting it into the chat comments, his information. But he's paying it forward, and he's such a blessing to the body of Christ, and it's a pleasure for us to know. I'm speaking for Bill too. Okay, it's a pleasure for us to know.
Yeah.
Well, as we always end our podcast and saying, love God, love family, work hard, and don't forget to be kind. Your character will take you far. You heard it here first from Tim Adams. He talked about he talked about the character. He talked about how far God can take you. Um, it was all those things, and we're happy to have him on the set. That he took time out to come talk to us. And as we close, we just gonna leave you with, "Oh Lord, I surrender." And till next time, we'll see you later.
Give God some praise. We're gonna give it all to you. All of our problems, all of our situations, God.